Good afternoon. My name is Dr. DeAnna Beasley, first year faculty here at UTC with the Department of Biology, Geology, and Environmental Science. I'm here to talk with you about my work, the work that I hope to be doing here in Chattanooga. And I tell people what I do. I'm an insect ecologist, meaning that I'm interested in understanding how insects respond to environmental change. And the reason is because of all the animal species that we know, 80% of those animal species are insects. And so that means if we even look at mammals versus insects, because if we ask people what your favorite animal is, likely they're going to pick a mammal, some sort, a dog, a cat, one of those things. But to science, we know of about over 5,000 species of mammal. But with insects, there are well over 1 million species that are known to science. There are likely more that we don't know. So that means that insects have a huge impact on how our environment functions and its overall quality. So really this infographic should look something like this when we think about the impact of insects in our environment. And so when we think about environmental change, let's admit it, we're thinking about human well-being, right? We're thinking about, well, how are we going to be able to survive and function in our society? And given once upon a time, our world used to look like this, lots of trees, very rainforest-like, our environment's now looking increasingly like this, like a city. The population, the rural population is increasingly becoming more urbanized. And from an ecological standpoint, we don't really know a lot about how our cities function. Cities tend to be warmer than the surrounding environment. Cities tend to have higher populations, very fragmented, different types of resources. What that means for human societies, particularly in terms of how pathogens and disease move in these systems, we're just starting to explore it. Ants, speaking of insects, ants make up the bulk of that biomass when it comes to insects. And they have similar challenges that human societies do. They have to support large numbers, they have to get resources, and they have to respond to environmental change, just like human societies do. As you all know, some ant species are doing okay in our cities. And understanding how and why that is kind of the questions I'm interested in. So the name of my project is called Invisible Pathogens because I'm interested in understanding how ants move about our cities and what they carry with them, particularly when it comes to fungi and pathogens that make them sick. Ants have a lot of behavioral and physiological responses to disease, and I want to know how just being in a city environment changes those behaviors. And so here, what's really cool about this is that it's citizen science. So this is science that I'm hoping to engage with the public. This is science that I want to engage with students. And just this spring, this project was implemented in middle schools in North Carolina. So we know that at the middle school level, that many students make a decision about whether or not they want to pursue a STEM career. And so the aim of this project is not only answering authentic questions about how our cities are impacting our environments or how insects are responding to environmental change, but it's also providing an opportunity for students to be engaged and to also contribute data to this new ongoing research. And so I'm very excited to see Invisible Pathogens get started. If you want to know more about Invisible Pathogens or my other citizen science project, Urban Buzz, where I'm interested in understanding cicadas and how they're responding to city change, I'm happy to answer questions after the elevator pitch. But thank you.